Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Try. My name is Retromation and this is Nordhold, a tower defense roguelite with seemingly a little bit of city building as well that I'm excited to be checking out a kind of prologue for here today. Seems quite neat, so in we're gonna go to see what it's all about. Welcome to Nordhold. Build towers to defend your village and expand it with new buildings. This game will challenge you. Failure is inevitable, but it will make you stronger. Learn from your mistakes and optimize your strategy as every game expands your possibilities through meta progression. You know, fans of the channel may know my stance on meta progress, but I gotta say, a pop-up that they throw at you like this right at the beginning goes a long way in, like, cutting some of the frustrations that it can sometimes bring. So I actually really like that. Camera movement, WASD, right-click, time management. Okay, we can also speed up and slow down, pause with space. We can also pan around with the right-click. Gotcha. Workers need houses. Workers are the backbone of your economy growth. Try to carefully balance economy and defense. Click the house icon to proceed. You can gain more workers here with wheat. Gotcha. In the house menu, you can build houses using wood to increase your population limit. With wheat, you can hire workers. Okay. So it wants us to build a house. This is your lumberjack camp. Here is your first resource building. Workers can cut wood. Cool deal. Perks for the lumberjack camp can be found here. Almost every building offers several perks for improvement. The left side will provide you with temporary upgrades for the current game. The right side contains improvements that give you, meta progression for all future games. Gotcha. So it looks like it takes a different resource, though, which is kind of nice. What is this resource? Hovering over it does not tell me, and I don't really know. I don't know. The font and everything is so small on the UI. It's for ants. To simplify navigation, all buildings can be accessed at any time via the village menu, or you can click the respective building icon to open it directly. Cool. Work. You can assign workers during the economy phase before and after a wave. They will work for you during the defensive phase, during the wave. You can control this in the respective buildings or here in the management menu. Assign all of your workers. All 2 of them. Get to work. Okay, so here it is. Gold. It looked like a... When it was all tiny like that, it looked like a leaf to me. Which, I mean, you know what? Hey. Maybe that is. Defend the castle. This is the battlefield where you can build towers on various hex fields to defend the village against incoming waves of enemies. The height of these hex fields is crucial because towers on higher hex fields will offer more range. Build a tower. God, what's up with the... Oh, we can't check the settings. The UI is so small, man. Okay. +2. I'll admit that the range is also, or like the height is a little bit tricky to see as well. Like seeing that this is lower than this one is also, it's like a little bit tough. I'll assume that they want me to put it on the highest one. Clear the fog by pressing explore to randomly expand the battlefield. Enemies will always spawn at the end of the path. If it splits in several directions, make a strategic decision accordingly. Okay, so we got no split right now. What do we got, Fred? Just the little guys. What a success! Thank you. The towers have successfully defended against the wave of enemies. Your workers have successfully completed the first work cycle. Yep. You got more resources that can be used to construct more buildings or place more towers. In addition to the city buildings, it's also useful to take a close look at your individual towers. Open the tower overview. Ooh. Holy. Okay. Holy settings. Ooh. Copy and paste focus settings. Use for... The quality of life on this here is really, really nice. Holy moly. Okay. Upgrade discount after every wave once they've been built. Upgrade your tower strategically and utilize focus settings to prioritize. I mean, for right now, it shouldn't... I mean, if it's the only tower, it really doesn't matter. Least armor. I mean, if we're going to be building 2 of the same tower, it's not going to really matter that much. So that's plus nothing. We got a +1 there. I think we're going to just settle for a +2. I wonder... So we have like a lumberjack camp. Can we get something that will let us chop down these trees? I suppose that is a question I do indeed have. I'll go for the +2 for now. +1. I mean, we don't need to focus on it probably too much. Sure, we'll do that. 2 of 2 assigned. You can build a mill. You can have your workers harvest more wheat as our food source. Okay, maybe now we can check some settings here. Do we have like a... Oh, boy. Yeah, there's not a UI scaling setting, so it is just kind of a very, very tiny... Oh, that's also really nice. Hotkeys. The quality of life is out the wazoo in everything aside from the fact that, that the UI is very small. Scandinavian style house can, okay, increase population limit by 1. So that resource, I'm not entirely sure where we get that. We have it. It's honor. I don't know. Kills, maybe? That's my guess. So do we have to explore? I don't know if we have to. We have our workers assigned. You know what? Sure, let's build a mill. Golden fertility. The wheat production per worker is increased by 2. We'll do this for now. This costs 41 per tower. The volcano mortar costs 20 honor, presumably to unlock it for the first time, is my guess. Okay. I think I'll just send it. So we have to... we indeed have to explore. But if it splits... Huh. Yeah. But yeah, as of right now, it shouldn't really matter that we just have them all clumped up like that. Should be more or less irrelevant at this current point. Economy phase. What do we got here? Tax burden. Every worker generates a gold per wave. Where do we see how many workers? Okay. So we currently have plenty. Wheat is what is... Yep. To hire new workers. There we go. Ooh, ah. We're going to go for more wheat than wood right now due to the fact that we have... we're not at our maximum cap. Reinforce gateways. Town gate receives more life point. Okay, so we have some full version content there. Start next games with... Okay. Start with extra workers. It doesn't seem like there's a ton of meta progress in this cut. I wish this took me here. I'm just gonna let it... I'm gonna let it fly. I trust. I got faith for better or worse. Maybe I shouldn't. These are all the same units as before, right? We can look into upgrading the towers after this, but... Yep, kind of figured. Ooh, new powers. Banners are upgrades for your towers. You can only receive banner options for towers that you have already built on the battlefield. That's a wonderful quality of life feature. I gotta say, hats off devs. Hats off devs. There's some really good considerations here. These banners reinforce all your existing towers and any future towers that you will build. I mean, you have to go with a legendary 56% fire rate on your arrow towers. Okay, events will always keep track of things. There are various events in the game, such as your choice of banners. Further will appear as you progress. Mysterious events await you. Top right corner, you will find the event wheel, where you can see what events will occur, so you have enough time to plan strategically. Next events. This is on wave 5. We get a hero choice. Okay. I'll admit I'm excited about that. Do we want to... So yeah, we can't do that. I mean, we have to unlock the mortar, right? We need stone. So we're going to need 35 for that. 40 for another worker. Okay. Well, if we just send it, basically, I mean, we might take some damage, though. I mean, what's our other option, though? We literally can't do anything else. We're already kind of bottlenecked. But in the next wave, we will get enough to hire another worker and to get the quarry going. But it's tricky, because you're like, well, okay. Level up. Oh, it's free now. Auto level. The fire rate upgrade is pretty substantial. Oh my god, look at that crit chance upgrade. Goes from 5% to 5%. Base now. Oh, never mind. I see. I was looking at the only one that I actually would be confused by, because fire rate is, believe it or not, always the thing I try and go for first. I like fire rate. So that's the only one I looked at, and it's the only one that would confuse me. This is just saying what it currently is. Again, I'm not used to really good quality of life features. This is a great quality of life feature that I just assumed didn't exist here. Armor penetration, barrier damage, accuracy, chance to ignore block. I feel like range is pretty universally good here. Let's just do some damage just in case. You go for the most health. You can go for... Wait, hold on. This is the one we upgraded. Oh, you can't swap that easy. Okay. Nearest to the village. Oh, wow. You can even do priority like that? Okay, I'll say I found one quality of life feature I don't like, which is if I'm clicking from here to here, just let me... Don't make me have to click twice. It's a stupid thing, but I do care. All right. There we go. Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be getting some fools into the base. I gotta tell you, I don't know if the 120 is meaning anything, because those guys had look like 300 health. Each one of these bars means 100 HP. So with that in mind, do we just go for even more fire rate? We either go for even more fire rate or even more range. Yeah, I don't think that's the answer. Let's do a little bit of everything. Okay. Do a little bit of that. I think we'll have you do this. You can get the last. Oh, last is not what I meant out of that. Prioritize last and then prioritize first. That's very funny. Okay. Do we want to go for this? I'll say one thing for sure. We're definitely hiring a worker, right? I think that just makes sense. The question is if we want to build or if we want to get another arrow tower. I think we have to build a quarry. Like, we have to start, we have to think about long term. Stone production per worker is increased. We have 5 gold. I'm willing to send it. Okay. So there's that. We need how much? We're going to need 15. So I'm going to drop that off. And I think we need to get some more. Well, we could even... Price increase per tower. So we're going to need... We would need 45 to build 2. Am I willing to do that? I mean, it's just one wave of it. It's kind of who cares, right? It's just one wave of doing that. All right. How do we get gold right now? Is that going to be a thing in the quarry, maybe? Gold. Okay, we specifically have a gold mine. Gotcha, gotcha. All right. Fingers crossed, basically, at this point. What was it? G. G is the speed up. I think we might be fine. But we just want the higher damage one to be focusing, obviously, like the ones in the front, the higher HP, because that's where it is more likely to matter. Hello. Banner rerolls +3, volcano mortar fire rate up. Passive attributes brings 35 gold. Arrow range up. I mean, that's nice. This is really cool. Spells kill 5 random enemies. No elites or bosses. Deal 50 damage to enemies within the radius. Inflict a slow. Hit me with it. Okay. So that's down here. We have a Q and an E ability now. I feel like I've seen these in an asset pack somewhere. Okay, so we have the Volcano Mortar. We could throw this, like, up top a little bit more here. Ugh. Well, you know what? It is going to extend out. It is going to extend out more. Do we have a +3 over here? You know, I'm also probably focusing a little bit too much on that range increase. We can't go only on that. Like, for example, this is some really good coverage because it's so windy. Shoots around wildly. Focus on enemies who spawn minions. Barrier center. Fastest, slowest, least armor, most armor, furthest. I feel like most health makes sense. Basically, we have these just as kind of like unit, you know, AoE busters up top so that you can get rid of some of the, you know, some of the excess garbage. We do want to definitely readjust this around a little bit. I feel like some... Oh, God. Do we do that just to get the freaking gold mine off the ground? I don't know if we want to. It's hard to want to invest in the meta progress when it's the same thing as getting towers. Like, it's hard to want to spend something on start your next run with more bleh. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to want to do that. Every worker generates a gold per wave. $25. This is an investment. It's an investment. We have 4 out of 6 workers. Wheat production per worker is increased. Let's do that for now. It is gold to upgrade stuff. Scandinavian style house. Is this... Oops. This is all houses? All houses provide an extra worker population limit. That's pretty good. I don't think that there's... Brewery, brew beer, supply the tavern with it. Tavern gains an additional 40% worker productivity. Okay, increase worker productivity. Trade your goods at changing prices. Oh my, my. Yeah, it feels silly to do that. Okay, so do we just go wild for the gold mine? Maybe. Maybe. So we could spend 10 on an upgrade here. DPS for wave 24, kill 16. Ooh, DPS for wave 32, kills 20. Interesting. That range increase doing some numbers. I think we'll just maybe let it fly for now. We added some stuff, obviously, in the AoE front here. God, they're slow. I might want to change this to to that. I feel like it's a little bit more what I was hoping for, but I'm probably going to take a little bit of damage here. Yeah, I'm probably going to take a little bit of damage here. Remembered at the right time. Arrow tower fires a burst of 3 arrows, each dealing reduced damage, but the fire rate is moderately decreased. Fire rate down by 20%, burst damage 39%. Huh. Oh my god, fire rate up to 80%. Let's just do that. Let's just do that, man. That's so good. I feel like I want to run the who's it, what's it. Okay. All right. Vein tracking, increase the gold production. I mean, I just wanted to get that on the board here if we want to run it. I'm not sure, because obviously gold will help us get longer, like bigger payoffs in the future, right? By getting something like this, for example. I think getting some more workers is pretty important, because more workers is more of everything, which also means we probably didn't need to, oh, God. Oh, it's not wheat. That's better. We would have to run everything on that. So, like, obviously getting the gold mine there, not as important on that wave. What was this one? 50 damage to enemies within the radius. Cool. 1 energy available. Renews itself every wave. Send it. It's stupid. It's so dumb. I know. I just wanted to see it. I just wanted to see them and have their whole lives ruined there. It just looked funny. Not the way to do it. We should wait and see who's making it through, because honestly, it's going to be quite a bit. Okay, and we're obviously out of energy. And now we're getting to the point that's actually going to be a little bit more screwed over. Oh, the armor. That's where, like, the accuracy and stuff could come into play. We have a Raider Elite. I couldn't even tell that this was the Sinti art pack. See, this is it's a big thing out there. You know, there are some, you know, there's a little bit of baggage with the Sinti art pack, which is just this art pack. But if you do it right, it took me 23 minutes to find out, because we're so zoomed out. All right, okay, so let's get another worker. That's super important. Obviously, it's just going to help us a great deal. We could, if we're feeling wild, we could do yet another, but that's just, oh God, it's such a, whew, such a wild call, because, like, that's basically saying not only am I hoping that I'm fine this wave, but next wave too, because you can't build towers out of wheat. They won't let you. Okay, so we have this, which has got a really long range. This is going to be a little bit more focused on just those high health targets. Yeah, you're my high HP kind of like breaker. Increase damage by 50% against barrier. So was that a barrier or was that armor? Was that barrier or armor? I don't know. Or was it block? Blue usually hits me with, like, barrier. To me, I read that as barrier, but I don't think it actually is. Because it went down like normal health. God, I don't know. Barrier carrier. That's fun to say. That leads me to believe it's not barrier. Yeah, I'm just going to go with straight up damage then. for now. That's down to 5. Still can't afford to do it right now. We need to assign our stuff. 45 for another AoE. We need to put in 4. I mean, I'd really like another one of them. Just hit me with some gold, I guess. Or let's go for some wheat. We're down to 7 life points because I guess that guy just did 3. Ooh. I was tempted to do the devastation, so we can only pick between the 2. Okay. Oh. Changed my mind on you. Okay, we might need to slow some stuff down here. I don't know if the slow or just like the immediate kill is going to be better. I'm trying to... Come on. Come on, go. Not good. Not good at all. Yep. New high score. You get 210 bonus honor. Okay. Gotcha. Holy. First beer production per game costs 0 wheat. Oh my god, look at all these freaking... Look at all this meta progress that's going to be in the game. Holy. I could have done that way better for sure. Like, I'm aware. But, like, holy crap. Where do we even begin? Another worker is, like, a really big place to start. Start with extra gold. I don't even know where I would consider. I think a worker's a pretty good call. More life is obviously useful. 20 stone. I mean, let's do like the kind of boring stuff of like spreading it out pretty evenly. Inflation rate for repeated construction of the same tower type is reduced by 10%. I mean, that's really good too. And then I'll get the reinforced gatework, which is a big deal. Hit me with a play again. Seems like you're enjoying, you know. 40 waves plus endless modes. 3 additional towers with unique mechanics. Outpost system. I'm curious about this one. That lets you collect resources on the battlefield. So there it is. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I mean, I'll hit you with a play again. I can't say that I'm gonna, you know, do like a big run or anything. But, okay. So, don't really need a house there, like, immediately. But I think tunnel visioning a bit into workers is a good call for early on. Do have to make sure we spend a little bit of our wood wisely here. Obviously, the arrow tower can only do so much. I might wait. 1 arrow tower should be enough to solve this. And then I could have like a better idea about what we sort of need to do here. There's the +2, the +2. We'll do 2 arrow towers. And then you know what? We don't need to build the quarry at that point. We don't need to build the house right now either. It says it's not urgent. I'm curious about the trading post. But yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be the same as last time and that 2 towers is overkill for this wave. Though getting them down early does mean that their level up happens faster. Okay, yeah, it's a pretty big deal. Okay, we have a +1. Looking for a mix of extra range and good positioning here. Pretty low land. I mean, is it that these are always +1s and these are always +2s? That seems like that might be the case. A certain color is always +1. There's mixed kind of colors for +0s, but you can see there's sort of like a green that's always there for +1 and a dark green that's always there for +2. So there actually is a really nice little quality of life thing there. +1 to devs once more. Yeah, you get some most health, and you guys just screw it. Just go. Everybody focus on nearest to village. Screw it. Everybody back here. Just nearest to village. I know I can just do boop. Let me check, actually. So if I go over here. Yeah. All right. Send it. God. Just brutal. Okay, so yep. 2 off. 2 off. Okay, so worker cost forecasts 20 to 40. So we already have enough. But then it's gonna go from 40 to 60. I think we need to focus on wood. 55 is actually, I think it's going to be just enough for now. Because we're going to want to build the quarry. Boop. So this takes me back here. I guess it's just because it wants me to use this like this. We have 20 gold, which we should probably just use on... I don't know, maybe like the oak crusher for right now. Economy budget, all building upgrades become cheaper. I'm not... Wait. Building upgrades. Oh! These buildings. I was thinking towers. I don't know. The other types of buildings. You silly goose. So we didn't build anything new there, but I don't think I particularly care. We immediately got a split thing there. Every arrow tower generates wood every wave and strikes with increased damage. Huh. It's kind of fun. That's a really fun little... They're actually playing with it. Like the shake-up there is kind of nice. I like that. This is a fine spot. We'll have you do furthest. Theoretically, that we shouldn't need focus until death on these. Fire rate probably good enough. More damage. Wood per arrow tower. 1 wood for every arrow tower that we have. So I don't think there's anything with it. But that's really cool. Near the end, just hit me with a little bit of fire rate. I put my tower over here. Small chance that this... Yeah. I was going to say, small chance that this is actually within range. Okay. Fire rate by 0.04. I think we do want some fire rate. It's got some pretty good... Like, I could get some radius on it, I'm sure. I'm going to go with fire rate. I'm going to have them all be kind of consistent for now. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Oh, this is awkward already. I didn't adjust any of that stuff. Didn't matter. Elite enemy chance up. Much bigger and stronger than the normal version. They spawn randomly, but when they die, they drop a chest. Ice strike, kill 5 random enemies. Rare banner chance up. Volcano mortar fire rate up by 20%. Tower pays cost 1 less gold. Extra spell energy. Do 1,000 damage to an enemy and then jump to 1 nearby target. Fireball. I mean, this is pretty good. -1 gold per tower level as well. 8 times 70 to random enemies. And they take more damage. Huh. I'll check out this. I like that a lot. So now we have all kinds of stuff. Should have done something here already, but now we have wood out the wazoo, so it's not going to really be a particularly huge issue. I would have definitely swapped that over had I actually thought about it. So it's 1 for a worker, forecast. Next is obviously, yeah, it's 80, so it's... God. It's quite a trek to get there. Don't think we really want to invest this much. So we need 60 and then 80. 1. We don't have any stone. We do want to get the gold mine. I think it's probably... Or the quarry, rather. I think it's more important right now. Cost 29. What a weird number. I'd really like another one, though. Up front here. Damage to a specific enemy. Damage in the radius. I feel like we could get a good clump up. Oh, it's also on a little bit of a delay. Okay, it's just fun. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to do it because it's fun. Okay, it's really good. Increase the range of the volcano mortar, but reduce the fire rate. I certainly could. Wow. Each arrow tower generates 3 wood every wave. I'm an idiot, but I want to. That just sounds fun. So we upgraded nothing for you? Nothing for you yet. If we got a little bit of range, it actually helps out quite a bit. Down to 3 there. I'll unlock the arc tower. Oh, it costs a little bit of both. A little bit of both. The worker. So yeah, 80 for the next is kind of just like... I don't want to fully invest on that. I can't do both. I can't do both. Lightning that will jump between foes, doing damage decreasing per jump. Ooh, I like this, though. Is a good one. Most health? Yeah. I think that's probably the way to go. Yeah, I'm fine with that for now. And then I'll probably Yep, idle workers. Oh, I love that it has that feature. Thank you. I kind of want to go tunnel vision into wood like crazy, because the more wood I get, the more towers I get, and then the more... Well, but we do want another worker pretty bad. 55 for another tower. It's not particularly hard to get to. All right, let's do that. Huge. These spells are so good too, because it has a really good single target and a really good AoE. It's just everything we want. Okay, that's all my spells. But if that's not enough, I swear to God, man. If that's not enough, these towers suck. Okay. Another arrow tower. I kind of just want to. Because here's the thing. I know it's silly, but like this is the only spot that every single, like this stretch right here, is the only stretch where every tower or every enemy is going to kind of walk along this stretch. It's the only way, like only place where that's the case. I do like fire rate a lot because we already have a base damage increase. Like it does work really well with it. So I'm completely fine with that. 64 for another. All right, for another worker, we need 80. Rip. Look at that, plus 18. Plus 18 wood just because we already have the arrow towers. Love it. I think range up here is a little bit redundant because you do range up if you have a tower that is not always going to have a target. And you are absolutely always going to have a target. You do that. I want to sort of stagger these a little bit more. Oh my God, wrong one. That's supposed to bounce. I guess it's just not a close enough target. Love that little intersection. We are out of spells. Much longer wave than normal. Okay. This is going to be where we really see how it all shakes out. Oh, no. No, you're joking. Evil. Okay. We should probably get some gold so that we can start to upgrade some of these. Fire rate, range... both completely acceptable things, I think, there. Level up on this. I almost think we have to go for, like, a fire rate, though. That's just so unbelievably ungodly slow. Gold mine's 50. We have 20 for honor. Sure, sure. But yeah, I'm doing... I kind of like extending that one out really far on purpose so that we can try and stagger these just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think we want to space out our spells more, too. Oh, that didn't bounce where I wanted. Okay. Well, we spaced them out a bit. We're going to take some damage here, and we honestly might even take the L on that as well. Incoming... Yeah, incoming L on this, I'd say. Oh, not gonna happen. Should have done that in the first place. They're just letting in too many stragglers. Volcano Mortar causes burn. I mean, it's good, but we only have the one. We do probably want to get something that impacts our arrow towers. Arrows from the arrow tower do more damage and have a chance to fire an additional arrow. 37% more damage with 20% chance for an additional. That's huge. That's huge for us. Already ignores block. It's fun. I like damage for this. But yeah, definitely just get yet another. More wood. More wood. Okay, least health. I'm fine with having you be a most health son of a gun. Same with you. We do want these ones to be, I guess lowest health. We'll have... Oh god, how do I... There we go. See, we could copy that. There. Alright, seems good there. We have an unbelievable amount of debt. 70 per house. Obviously, it does cost wood, something that we want a bunch of anyways. Could probably chill on this for a sec. No gold. I think we go all in. I think we just go all in. We want to get the gold mine and then have, you know, the dream would be to have some left over for this, but don't think it's going to happen. But we could get 70 for a house, 50. Okay. Well, 120. We're going to be close, but no, basically, on that. I thought there was an... Is there not an event? I feel like there's supposed to be an event. But yeah, we've been running on the passive upgrades the whole time. And it's been fine, actually. It has been fine. That just seems like such a logical one. Okay, but we genuinely may have an easier time this wave, even if we didn't build anything. Okay, because... Whoa! Okay. We didn't need to do that. It was very reactionary. But it was the correct thing to do. Whether or not we're going to kill Grimlock the Bandit King, we will see. I feel like we'll be fine. We have a pretty single target Sally kind of build. Yeah, it's not even close. Like, he hasn't even entered single target hell. Ooh. Arrows from the arrow tower inflict a bleeding debuff. 1 damage per second and stack. Each one lasts 5 seconds. Target moves 0%? 5% slower. Okay. 1 damage per second and stack. So is this saying it applies 7 stacks? I mean, I have to... Oh! Huge! So I guess we probably want fire rate then, huh? I'm not sure. Runestone Tower delivers immense burst damage via a concentrated beam. I mean, let's just Sure, let's do it because I don't care about the meta progress here because we're gonna be done after this. Tower building costs. I care a little bit less about the gold mine now that I got the you know, a small loan of 100 gold. This is at 7. Get a little bit of fire rate. A little bit of fire rate. Ooh. Fire rate. Yeah, these ones don't need range. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't even bother. Just okay. 96 wood. I mean, I just care mostly about the wood. That is the truth. We should have built the house, but it's just so hard to not just go all in here. You can jump straight to the castle with N. Okay, cool. I just need to trust that the dev just knows exactly the right thing to do all the time. I'm holding it on spells a little bit here. Oh, dude, come on. You guys got to do better than that. These should be your specialty. These should be your specialty. Don't build another one. I kind of want to. But truthfully, you buy a house, right? The Scandinavian style is interesting. 2 houses built. It's a waste right now, though, right? Actually, not really. Not really. It's cheaper than buying 2 houses. And it has the same effect as 2 houses. So it's actually not stupid to do. So I will do it. And then we'll go over here. It's 100. I like that. All right, I'll let one more wave fly because I have a feeling it's going to be the one that kills me. Okay, so 1 lightning bolt does handle those lads. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, I trust, but I shouldn't. I trusted you. Yeah, that's no matter how I used my spells, that was irrelevant. Choose your reward. Increase the spell damage of hero spells. Gain more energy and other magical improvements. Look into the future. You can choose what paths. Wait. Choose a path that steers course according to your wishes. The hell? All right. Start games with more stone. What else do we have here? Bottomless tankard. That's not something we've even got to. Destiny's Mulligan. An extra reroll. Ah, I see. The statues bonus is increased by 5%. 10%. We didn't even get into that. There's a lot here to play around with. I'm not even gonna. Fine. I'll spend my points. People will be upset if I don't spend my funny money on something fancy. Ooh, there we go. But hey, yeah, it's a neat interpretation of this. It's usually like not my kind of jam to, basically stuff meta progression up a tower defense. I feel like it's a genre that I don't really like those two flavors together usually. But But this is, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, this is the best interpretation of it so far, personally, of this kind of like, because it feels like it's leaning more into that city builder angle as well. And I think that's the thing. Like, the meta progression is building up the city building element, which, make no mistake, that is obviously buffing up your tower defense stuff as well. But there's something about this game that psychologically feels like it's pulling the strings a little bit better than some of the others. And I think, like, even just something as simple as having that upfront notification that's like, you're toast, dude. Like, you're gonna die. You're toast. This is a meta progression game. Like, it's kind of a nice thing. And I think more games should have that if they're going to include, like, the kind of, no, you will not win early on kind of thing. Like, where the game is designed where you are going to lose until you just play enough and grind enough to get enough stuff to, to win. That's what's going on here too. It just feels more honest about it, and I think that's kind of nice. It's refreshing. But I feel like the gameplay loop is more well considered here than most other tower defense roguelikes that do shove in that kind of meta progression. I played a handful on the channel. Let me tell you, I played an even bigger handful that I was recording and going to upload on the channel, but then, like, they are just so ham-fisted. They're so sloppy. It's a genre that's not done well very often, and that's why I want to hold this game up right now and say, hey, this game is doing this well. So I like it, and I'm not predisposed to like it. So someone who would like it is probably going to love it. That's kind of what I'm saying right now. So check it out, Nordhold, link at the top of the description. My name is Retromation. I cover indie games every single day with an extra specialty in roguelikes and roguelites. Just again, one more shout out to the dev for, like, really big brain quality of life mechanics across the board. That's my last super positive thing to say there before I ended out. Just really clever things. Like, I had a lot of issues, but then, 5 or 10 minutes later, something showed up that was like, yeah, we thought of that. And I've just gotten used to devs not having those features, I've just gotten used to games not having them. That's why I say it so early, because most games prove me right. This game did not, and I'm happy about that. It proved me wrong in multiple ways with really good quality of life, so shout-outs to that as well. Thank you for watching, though. My name is Retromation. I cover indie games every single day with an extra specialty in roguelikes and roguelites. If that is something you are into, this is a channel that you should be subscribed to. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.